The air inside the car turned cold, like someone had crashed the window and let air in. Tong blinked, surprised. Tong quietly pushed away from Jungkook. You are engaged? Jungkook didn't answer right away. He declined the call, tossing the phone, buried his face in Tong's crook of neck, holding him at his waist. It's complicated. Tong, pulling away slightly. You think that line works on me? Jungkook, reaching for him again. Tong, shaking his head. You should have told me before you kissed me, before you looked at me like I was the only one. His voice cracked just slightly at the end. Jungkook's eyes searched Tong's desperate. I didn't plan any of this. I don't even know her. It's a business thing. My father? Tong, cutting him off. Stop. He opened the car door, letting the cool air in. You don't get to kiss me and then see, it's complicated. You are a CEO, Jungkook. You don't do things without reason. He stopped out of the car but paused, turning to look at Jungkook last time. Figure this out, then come find me. Jungkook, as I asked you, I will wait for you at my penthouse. Maybe you will get your answer there. Tong, turning to him, eyes holding anger. Do you still think I will come? Shame on you, Jungkook. Shame on you. You just can't do this to me. His voice cracked and he felt like crying. You shouldn't have chased me after having a damn fiancé, Jungkook. He grabbed the air freshener and threw it on Jungkook and left the car while having tears in his eyes. But before he closed the door, Jungkook looked like a stone. I will still wait for you. The door shut and Tong disappeared into the night. Jungkook sat there, fist clenched on the steering wheel and phone buzzed again. Fiancé calling. He didn't answer. Jungkook sat on the velvet couch of his penthouse, his fingers tapping patiently against the glass of the whiskey resting on the coffee table. His clock had already struck past midnight, but his eyes were going to the door every second, waiting for him, waiting for Tong. He had 6 days ago. I won't come. But Jungkook could feel he will still come. Just then the door opened, but it wasn't Tong. Instead, his fiancée stepping in, his clicking sharply against the marble floor, her designer bag hanging off her waist, and rage burning in her eyes. Fiancé, you didn't answer my calls. Not a single one. Jungkook's jaw tightened. I was busy. Fiancé, busy? She scoffed. Busy waiting for him. Weren't you? For the pretty little thing you have been hiding? Jungkook remained silent, but his silence only infuriated her more. She stepped closer, her voice rising. You think I don't know? The news is already out. Actor Kim Tae-hong sneaking out into Jigun's penthouse. You are risking your career, my image, our engagement. For what? Some idle boy with pouty lips and a camera? Jungkook, don't drag him into your politics. Fiancé, politics? Jungkook, this is warfare. That boy is an actor with no good background. This is whom you are attached to. You know, the chaebol like you needs to marry a rich and not some annoying actor who stick to anyone whom he play roles with in drama. You getting involved with him, especially now when your father is trying to close a deal with the Prime Minister. It's a landmine. Do you want to burn everything down? Jungkook stood up, slowly, voice calm, but eyes cold. I never asked for this allowance or for your father's dirty campaign. Don't lecture me about image when your family's hands are stained with scandals. I have had to clean for years for my sake. Fiancé, so what? You will throw it away for him? Jungkook stares at her. If it's for him, then it is. His fiancée gasped, her hand flying to cover her mouth, and then they heard a knock on the door. Jungkook blinked stunning for a second, then hurried toward it. He heard thudding in his chest. The door swung open. There stood Tong, unsure. shoulders tense, rested in a long coat, scarf loosely wrapped around his neck. He should have heard something, seen the parked luxury car outside, maybe even Cog muffled shouting from hallway. Am I interrupting? Shankuk's fiancée turned toward the sound of the voice. For a brief second, there was a pure silence in the room. Shankuk stepped aside, wordlessly, gesturing down in, and instead of walking away, like he had told him he should, Thong stepping in, closing the door softly behind him, choosing to stay instead of running away. Fiancé. So, this is what's going on now. You are meeting him behind my back, calling him to your apartment for what? To fuck? Shankuk turned to her with murderous look. So his single word laced with anger shut her mouth for a moment. Sorry. Is this how our engagement is going to work, Shankuk? Now you have started shouting at me? Shankuk, letting out a frustrated sigh, stepping back. I told you, I am not in charge of the damn engagement. So how can you say that? It's about our families, our images, our politics, and yet here you are calling him home, behind my back, to my future home. Shankuk, shut up, Sohi. He groveled, his jaw clenched. You were never meant to belong here, and you never will. Sohi's eyes widened as she pointed trembling finger at Thong, who was frozen near the hallway. So, this boy belongs here, Not me. Tell me, Shankuk, why? Has your pet become your obsession now? The room went deadly still, but before Shankuk could speak, Thong stepped forward, his expression cold. I am not a pet. His eyes didn't leave hers. I and he crossed his hand. I am not an obsession either, but if I were, I would still be something more real than your political ambition. So his coffee taken aback. He pointed a finger at himself. Was his love. He stopped to see her reaction, and he liked it the way she was taken aback. His passion, his only damn truth. He stopped again, smirking this time. Long before your father campaigned over, even needed a trophy son-in-law. Long before you shoved a ring into his finger without asking if he wanted it. He looked a step forward, lips curled into a brave, bitter smile. So, do yourself a favor, Sohi. Break off the engagement and leave him while he is still being nice to you. Sohi stood in stunned silence, her breath caught. Then she let out a dry, harmless chuckle. Because she had no comeback strong enough to defeat the truth Thong had laid bare, Sohi chuckled bitterly. So the pretty boy talks now. She looked down, up and down with venomous in her eyes, then turning to Shankuk with crooked smile, her voice coated with mockery. You really downgraded Shankuk for a woman with power and influence to a scandal waiting to happen? Shankuk growling. Watch your mouth, Sohi. Sohi, oh please, she said, stepping closer, eyes narrowing at Thong. Do you even know what this cost you? Your career, your reputation, your name? She stood in front of Shankuk. Thong decided to step in between them. So, he stood in between Sohi and Shankuk, blocking her view. His eyes held firm, his tone calm but sharp like blade. I know exactly what it will cost, because love isn't supposed to be bought or bargaining for like your daddy's horse. So he face twisted furious now. You think you are brave? You are just a boy who couldn't stay in the place. And you, turning to Shankuk, you are a fool. You just signed the death sentence for your political ambitions. Shankuk clenched his fist while rising in his arm. I never wanted your ambitions. I wanted peace. I wanted love. And I had that long before you bargained in framing the contract and promises that meant nothing to me. So he went silent for a moment, her lips parted, trembling silently, then cold smirk. You will regret this. Thong's stupid forward voice found finger poking her chest, making her walk back. Maybe, but it will be his regret. He poked her chest. Take a step back, not yours. Again, and she took another step back. So take your teeth and your designer lies with you and don't come back. So he stares between the two of them, something almost like pain in her face. But it vanished quickly. He scoffed, turned it on her heel, and slammed the door shut behind her. The room fell silent. Jungkook didn't say anything. He just walked toward Dong slowly, reached out and pulled him into a desperate hug. His arm tight, like he was scared Dong would disappear too. Jungkook slowly breathing into Dong's neck. You don't have to do that. I could have handled this, Dong whispering. I wasn't going to leave you to fight alone. They stood like that, too hard, finally, choosing the same rhythm. Even if the world outside was ready to break them, Jungkook held Dong tighter. His face wounded in the crook of his neck, his breath trembling. Jungkook, voice cracking. I almost lost you again, Dong. Dong's arms slowly come up to wrap around Jungkook's waist. The warmth of Jungkook's body, the desperation in his grip, it made it the last of Dong's defense. Dong murmuring into his shoulder. I thought I lost you too. They stood like that, tangled in each other's arms, their chests rising and falling with each breath. Jungkook pulled back just enough to look into Dong's eyes. His cheeks were wet. He hadn't even realized that he was crying, and neither had Dong. Therefore, it touched. Jungkook whispering, why does it still hurt like the first time? Dong shook his voice. Because I never stopped loving you. That broke something in Jungkook. He cupid Dong's face with both hands, his thumb brushing away the tears that continued to fall freely down Dong's cheek. Their eyes met, pain, longing, years of burned emotion flooding between them in silence. Jungkook, all these years I tried to move on, I tried to forget, but no one was you, no one felt like you. Every night I closed my eyes and saw you. I knew I had to chance in your life again, the way we broke up, and I know I am the still that possessive, overprotective and jealous person, but I want to change now. For you, I can do that, but please don't leave me again, not when I have got you after so many years. Years of buried love has bloomed again, and I don't think I will be able to bury it again. I won't be able to. Dong was trembling, tearful. I hate you for leaving me, but I hated myself more to still loving you, Jungkook. All those years, I hope maybe one day I will see you again. I will tell you I still love you, but then the thought of getting back with you and then you turning possessive, overprotective, it haunted me. I can't stand that. I'm a star. I have to socialize. I just can't stand still and let people call me cold. It will ruin my reputation, my career. Jungkook pulled away and cupid Dong's face. If I say I will try to change, will you love me again? Will you marry me? Dong held Jungkook's hand, which was on his cheek. I will only if you promise to do not run anything again. Jungkook desperately shook his head. I won't run anything, Tae. I won't. He took Dong's hand closer and kissed it on his palm. I promise. Dong leaned in, and their lips finally met in a kiss that was years of overdue. It wasn't gentle, it wasn't careful, it was raw, hungry, and desperate. The kiss that tasted of years and love. A kiss that said, I missed you, I need you, I still want you. A kiss filled with fire of overthinking they had suppressed for too long. Dong's hand tangled in Jungkook's hair, pulling him closer as their bodies melted into another. Jungkook's arms gripped Dong like he was afraid he would disappear if he let go. They kissed like they were making up for every moment lost, every day, every year, every what if. Their lips broke only for air, but their foreheads stayed together. Jungkook painting eyes glassy. I love you, Dong. Not the memory of you. You here now, as you are. Dong whispered shakily, and I am still in love with you. When I tried to, I always have. Jungkook smiled finally, a real one, broken, healing. This felt finally like home. He pulled Dong into another case. This one was slower, deeper, full of reverence, full of hope. For the first time in years, they weren't holding back. The warm sunlight filtered through the elegant curtains of Jungkook's penthouse, casting a golden glow across the room. The air was peaceful, scented with the fresh coffee. Jungkook stood near the kitchen island, sipping his espresso, eyes occasionally drifting toward the hallway, where Dong was still asleep in his room. His room again. After all these years, the quiet was soon broken by the sound the elevator needed. Jungkook. A firm voice echoed through the apartment. Jungkook straightened instantly, recognizing the voice. Appa? His father, Mr. John, walked in wearing a sharp navy suit and his unusual stern expression. His eyes immediately locked on Jungkook. So, this is how you handle the engagement, He scolded, making the newspapers again. I got a call from Sherman. Han. So his father. This morning, furious. His daughter was emulated last night. Jungkook sighed. I told you before, I never agreed to that engagement. It was your arrangement, not mine. Mr. John eyes narrowed as he took a step forward. You know how this family works. Reputation is everything. He stopped mid-sentence when his gaze landed beyond Jungkook. Dong, coming downstairs barefoot in his soft oversized sweatshirt. Their eyes met. Mr. John froze. Dong? He asked, breath catching in his throat. His eyes softened instantly. He can't believe he is seeing Dong after all these years. Dong bowed respectfully. 안녕하세요, Mr. John. The older man blinked rapidly, almost in awe. You're here after all these years? Oh my god, I just can't believe. Dong, I hope it's not wrong for me to come back. Dong says softly, gaze lowered. I didn't mean to cause more problem. Mr. John, walking closer, eyes filled with emotion. He hadn't shivered in ear. You were never the problem, he said. If anything, you were the only thing that ever made Jungkook truly happy. There was a buzz. Then Mr. John placed a warm hand on Dong's shoulder. I'm glad you are back, he said genuinely. Stay and you may both maybe be happy. Dong smiled, even slightly teary but glowing with peace. Jungkook standing beside them, reached for Dong's hand, fingers interlocking. Mr. John watched them silently for a moment longer, then gave a note of approval before quietly excusing himself. As the door closed behind him, Dong turned to Jungkook. Did he really please us? Jungkook nodded. He did. They stood in silence, heart thudding softly with a warmth neither of them felt in years. Finally, it felt right. The camera flashes finally stopped, signaling the end of another successful shoot. Stop wrapping up, complimenting Dong, but Jungkook wasn't paying attention to any of that. His eyes were on Dong. Dong was usually the life on the set. Dong, always with heart-breaking smile, but today he was quiet, too quiet. Once the director announced a 10-minute break, Jungkook casually followed him into the makeup room. Dong sat silently as the stylish gently removed the last bit of makeup. His lips were pressed in a small pout, eyes virtually downcast. Jungkook waited. Once they finished, he softly said, "Can you give us a moment?" The staff nodded, then left the room, closing the door behind them. Now it was just them. Dong sitting on the high stool, Jungkook leaning against the dresser, arm crossed. Jungkook, what's wrong, baby? Dong didn't answer right away. He looked up with a small forced smile, but his eyes told the truth. Then, with a deep breath, he mumbled, I will be leaving tomorrow morning, flying back to Korea. Cook breathed each. He hadn't expected that. Tomorrow? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Dong shrugged, still not meeting his eyes. I didn't want to think about it, and if I told you, I thought you would start avoiding the topic too, but I can't hide it anymore. Jungkook stepped forward, standing right between Dong's knees. He gently cupped his cheek, lifting his head up. Is that why you have been avoiding so quiet today? Dong gave a small nod, eyes turning glossy. I hate this. We just found each other again after everything, and now I have to leave. Why, Jungkook? Why? Jungkook leaned his forehead against Dong's, closing his eyes. Then don't go. Dong quickly broke in. I have to. I already have committed back home. Jungkook, then let me come with you. Dong eyes widened. What? Jungkook, or better, just wait. I will finish everything here and I will follow you. I am not letting you go again, Dong. There was a silence for some time. Then Dong wrapped his arm around Jungkook's waist, putting his face in his chest. Dong, I missed you, Jungkook, so much. Jungkook stroked the back of his head gently. Me too, baby. Every single day. They stayed like that, holding each other like the world outside didn't matter. Two souls rediscovered everything to hold on to every second. Eventually, Dong looked up, eyes glistening. Just don't forget me when I leave tomorrow. Jungkook pressed a kiss on his forehead, then nose, then finally on his lip. Soft, tender, but filled with a silent promise. You are unforgettable. You are everything. Dong murmured between kisses. I hate this. I hate leaving you. Jungkook. Then don't go. Stay. Dong pulled back just enough to look into Jungkook's eyes. Breathless, tearful, lips red and swollen. I want to. God, I want to stay. I never stopped loving you. Go. Jungkook, voice cracking, thumb brushing Dong's cheek. I love you every single day, even when you weren't here, even when I had to pretend you didn't matter. You were always everything. Tears slipped down Dong's cheek and Jungkook kissed it away. They leaned into each other again, forehead to forehead, hands intertwined now, trembling. Dong, what do we do now? Jungkook, we rewrite everything together. They stayed like that, breathing each other in. Two hearts finally in sync, lips touching, not out of desperation but devotion. Dong, okay now, go out, I have to change. He turned to face the mirror. Looked back at him, planting a slow, heated kiss on his nape of Dong's neck. After crying in my arms and making me feel everything I tried to breathe. Dong gasped quietly as Jungkook's lip found the tender skin below his ear, sucking gently. Dong, Jungkook, someone could walk in. Jungkook smirked, his voice dripping with mischief. Then you better not moan too loud, baby. He trailed kisses from his neck to his jaw before whispering, you don't even know that you do to me when you pout like that, when you look so soft and tempting. Their eyes met in the mirror again. Dong's cheeks were flushed, his breathing uneven. Jungkook's hand slipped around his waist, pulling him impossibly closer. Dong, you are not playing fair. Jungkook kissed his earlobe, voice low. I am not here to play. I am here to make sure you never leave my side again. Dong leaned back into him, lips parted slightly, craving more for Jungkook, but knowing his doom wasn't where it should or unfold. Still, Jungkook's kisses grew bolder, fingers trailing down over the button of Dong's shirt, teasing. Jungkook, Let me remind you one more time how deeply I want you. The touch is electric. Dong turned slightly enough to look at him with glazed eyes. Dong, you don't need to remind me. I never forgot. They kissed again, hard, fast, desperate. A kiss that hold told memories, stories of the years apart, the longing, the pain, and now the surrender.